Alright guys, welcome back to this week's video. This video we're gonna address some issues I've had over the past week, and it's only happened in the last couple of days actually. Have a look at the tank, and then have a look at what I've done to resolve the issue that I've had, the problem that I've had, and then we'll have a little look at the tank. As you can see, the tank's looking pretty decent actually. It's doing its thing. The nano tank, not so good really. The little frog spawn that I added to it has sadly come, well, I say it's perished. It's still got a bit of the flesh, but yeah, it's not looking too good. So yeah, all that's in is there's always, to be truthful. But first things first, we'll address the problems what we've had this week. And it started a couple of days ago. I came downstairs and I heard a bit of a knocking sound, and it was like a humming and then a knock. So I basically turned everything off, the pumps, and it was still going on. And I just couldn't figure out what it was. Not thinking for one life minute that it was a wave maker or anything like that, which you don't usually think it's something else, like a return pump or your skimmer or something like that. Anyway, I looked, and lo and behold, you'll see something missing, and you'll be right, and that is the Nero. Now, I've had this guys for about three and a half years now. Always looked after them, cleaning them, you know, maintaining them and stuff like that. But with the Neros, any of you guys who've not got the Neros, basically, it's not like the Vortex where the pump's on the outside. This, you've seen them all before. This basically is like it's got like a magnetic drive, so this actually sticks onto it, and the drive is just there, you see. So let me see if I can just pull it off. Sorry about this, guys. No, I can't get it. It's too powerful, and I'm filming one hand. You get the picture. This comes off. Yeah, I can't get it off. This actually comes off, and it basically spins like that, obviously, and there's a magnetic force that sticks to the actual motor, and that's what holds it in place. Now I'll come down, and like I said, and the noise was like started to get a little bit noisier and noisier. I didn't really think, and then I was sat here in the evening, and usually the flow, as you can see on my tank here now, there's very little flow on this Stylopoda and on this Ceratopia. You've seen the tank before, and you see that there's tons of flow. Now there's no flow really here, and even on this little other SPS and stuff like that, no flow. Now, obviously, sat there in the evening and just didn't see any flow, and I looked, and lo and behold, it was the Nero 5. Like I said, I've had it 3.5 years, never had an issue, look after them. But when I've done the troubleshooting and I've checked it on forums and stuff like that, they say that you need to do a reset. I've reset it, guys, about 5 times, 6 times, and it just kept on flashing red on the actual controller. And as you can see, there's not much flow, surface agitation on here. All I've got a lower return pump of 4,500 DC on the J-bow, so not tons of flow, albeit I have got the max spec on that side. And yeah, and I've got the Vortex there, which does its thing, but the Vortex mainly is blowing across the back side of it, and the Vortex has just got one stream of flow, which is just across. Obviously you can't adjust the head in any way, shape or form, so you're restricted on what you can do on there. So I had no option, guys, that I had to buy another pump, especially for the SPS. The SPS they need flow regardless of what you add to your tank. SPS, if you add SPS, you need flow on it. They love flow, highlight and stuff like that. So I went to Crack and Corals today, and after doing some research, which I thought I'd give these a go, and I bought the Reef Wave 45. Now I've gone for the larger one, guys, primarily because I don't need to run it as high. So really, I'd only theoretically have to run this about 50-60%. Not even that, I wouldn't even thought, to be truthful. And it's a larger footprint, so obviously the motor will last a little bit longer, I would have thought. Fingers crossed anyway, and hopefully that, especially for the price of these things as well. Over here in the UK, this one is about £309. So yeah, pretty expensive. I suppose it's in the range of, well, a little bit more than the Vortec MP10, and definitely more than the Nero 5. But with these guys, I absolutely love that you can adjust the flow, so you can have one pointing up, you can have one pointing down. You can. This one is also, you've also got the reef beat app, and you've also can control it on the controller as well. So you've got a load of different things that you can do. And this one is limited to 15,000 litres an hour. Now, obviously, I do not need that much. There was no water left in my tank if I had it on that. And it's up to, and it pushes water from the flow from 2 to 4.6. Now, obviously, my tank is only a 4-foot tank, so more than sufficient. And like I said, that's the reason why I'm going to be running it at around 60%, 50% on it. But I'm going to have a mess about with it and see what it's like. I'm going to put it in. I'm not going to do an unboxing because there's loads of those unboxing videos on YouTube anyway to start off with, and I don't think you'd really want to see an unboxing of a wave maker. But what I'll do is I'll unbox it, I'll lay things on the table, I'll just give you a quick show of it as well, just what and my first impressions of what I think of it. So stay tuned and I'll see you shortly, guys. Right then, guys, yeah, I just thought about it. I thought, you know what, maybe some of you have not actually seen it. So this, I've seen an unboxing of one of these before anyway. So I thought, you know what, I'll just give them a little bit of a show and see what you think. First things first, take the plastic cover off the sheet, and you take the top of it off, and you're greeted with this the manual, obviously in English, and just having a quick brief look of it. Looks fairly real detailed in what you need to do. Self-explanatory, really, guys. You know what I mean? It's not hard work. It also tells you here, like, what the intensities are, what the icons actually mean. So this is what I love about these wave makers, these gyros. You know, you can do all different things with them. You know, the intensity and stuff. And I'm going to have a read up on here. I know they'll probably be similar to the Vortex and the max specs. So, well, I'll have a quick look. Put that to one side, and then you get this plastic, this polystyrene thing, and on the top you get the actual reef wave. You get some spare parts. So these are the brushes, I believe. Yeah, brushes, and these are the covers. These are covers for to stop snails and stuff going in. I used to use these on my max spec, and then took them off because they were a bit of a nuisance. I mean, because they were catching the food and stuff like that, and yeah, I don't know whether I'll put them on. I might try them, see what they're like. They might be a little bit different. And then we have the power cable just here. We have the smart remote. And the smart remote, yeah, feels pretty decent quality, guys. And the way to attach these is you get a bracket. I am going to be drilling it into the cabinet. I'll just be putting a screw there and a screw there. Don't need to do all four. Just as long as it's held in place, you should be good. And like I said, on here, it just slides. It just slides on. Do it right, like so. Yeah, and it just slides on fairly easy. Yeah, the buttons, you know, good quality. I mean, I think they're all the same, aren't they, guys, you know? And this, I believe, is the Wi-Fi button that you press to get the Reefbot app on it. Not 100% sure, I'll check it, and I believe that this flashes then. I'm going to have to read the instructions on it anyway, guys, and see how it goes. And then we have the actual wave maker. Let's just take this out if we can. Yeah. You know me, guys, throw everything about, not messing about. And then you have the whatever plug you use in your country. Plug. A good, decent sized cable. I believe, I'm not 100% sure, but I think it's about 10 foot. I think it's about 10 feet long, the cable is for this. And then we have the actual pump. Now I think that looks pretty decent. Solid, guys, really, really solid piece of equipment. And then you have this little piece here, just here. You move that out of the way, and I believe the pump will just slot off once the magnet's obviously taken out. But yeah, overall, guys, it looks pretty good. Can't wait to set it up. I'm going to set it up shortly. So I'll set it up shortly, guys, and I'll come back to you once it's up and running. Cheers. Alright, guys, so just thought I'd show you the Reef Beat app. Fairly straightforward to use, actually. I mean, without going too much into it, this is what I'm actually running now, my program. So basically, you press the actual program that you're running. As you can see, it says RS uniform, and then I go down to the schedule just here, and this is exactly what I'm running. So from 12 o'clock midnight, I'm running the new 3. New, if you've seen new, this is what I've actually set myself. So I've labelled them new 1, new 2, new 3. These are the programs that I've specifically set for it. So if you press on it, obviously it tells me it's running from 10, and it's going in the direction from midnight, and it's running on the new 3 mode, and it's running in the direction of forward. Now you can have reverse or you can have alternate. Now I believe if you have it alternate, it runs at, I think it's 3 times less than what it does going forward, according to what people say on forums. So obviously I run it on the regular then. The regular is set at 40%, as is the new one, that's set at 40% at 6 AM, and then we run that till 12:15, and then we go on the new 2. That's run at 50%, which is fairly decent, really. But we're at the peak stage, really, I suppose, in my tank. And then we run that through to the uniform at 14:30, and then we run that. That's running at 40%, and then we run that all the way through to 10:45, and then we go into night mode till 12 o'clock. So yeah, so obviously at 10:45 the corals are going out. It's obviously the lights have been out. We don't want them getting blasted. What I am going to do is I might actually delete the new 3, because I think that's running about 30%. So I'm going to amend that actually, and then run that maybe 10% probably. In fact, I will delete that part. So I'm going to delete that. I think, and then basically maybe do a 10% night mode all the way through up until, like, say 6 o'clock, I think. So I'm going to amend this, but it's a new pump, it's a new learning curve for me, so I think that's what I'm going to do. But just thought I'd show you exactly how it is. The feed time is obviously like what you can set it. Basically, you can have it for 20 minutes, or you can have it whatever you want. So yeah, overall, I think it's a pretty really good, decent app. Had no problems connecting to it. Yeah, everything's running, seems to be running perfect. So as long as it keeps doing this, I'll be a happy man and a happy reefer. Right then, guys, we're back, and we've fitted it in. And all you've got to see is just look at the surface agitation of that water now. So it's going to be producing, hopefully, a higher pH as well, because it's getting rid of the excess gases out the tank as well. And we have this running at 10%, 20%, this one. And now we have this one running. Believe it or not, I switched up to 50%, guys, and it nearly took the water out of the bloody tank. It just, like, literally, the waves were crazy. So bear in mind, this is a 4-foot tank. Obviously, it can go on up to a 6-foot tank. So the flow rate on it is crazy as well. So that's probably why as well. But while we're there, before I have a bit finger to mention, I also bought some of the vinegar. I was looking for while I was at Cracking Corals, that's where I bought the pump from. basically I'm gonna take this one out. Now I've got this other one, I'm gonna take this and give it a good clean. My other pump I've put down there now, so that's where the Vortec MP10's gone. So now we're gonna have a good flow. We're gonna have the two, the max bet. I'm gonna have the redsea one. They're gonna be doing good flow across the top, and then we're gonna have the one, the Vortec at the back, just pushing. It's only on 20% that one, because we don't want to disturb the sand at the back and make it into some sort of sandstorm. So yeah, really happy with the way it's gone, where it's fitted, and it's just so easy to set up. I've actually set it up on the reef beat. I had no connection problems whatsoever, just connected straight away. And this is the controller. Really good piece of kit, for sure. Just gonna try and see if I can bring the light on. Sorry guys, no, it's not coming on. No, you can't see it. Anyway, you've seen them all before. Really easy to set up. You just plug it all in, and it's basically a plug and play, and that's exactly what it is. It literally set it up from start to finish from putting the thingy in the tank 10 minutes. It was literally 10 minutes. So yeah, really happy. So I'm going to get onto that. Quick look at the corals. Everything is all doing really well. These Gonioporas are just growing like crazy. The reason these are probably turned in was that I've told you before in the live streams that I've got some Aptasias, like some huge ones, some of them the size of that thing, all at the back, but it's very hard for me to get, and there's one in the way which is just huge, and obviously I can't get to him because I can't get my hands in between the SPS especially, otherwise I'm risking breaking them. So it is a bit of a pain, but I managed to get the ones which were at the back just there, and a couple around the back here. So keeping a scout out. The shrimps are still alive though, the peppermint shrimps, but as we all know, they don't eat the larger ones. They only tend to go for the little tiny ones in the little nooks and crannies and stuff like that. So yeah, they're doing a job keeping the smaller ones at bay, I suppose, but the large ones I've got to deal with, and as long as I keep on top of that, then that's the main thing. Another thing is I've snapped all of this coral off here. It was dying anyway, so snap that. And another thing that you probably also keep a lookout for is I've actually cut these all off now, so it's basically all one level, and I think it looks a lot better than, you know, this piece like coming out of the water. It just didn't look right. So now I've managed to trim it. You can see the Miyagi taut there, and that's growing crazy as well as the Montipora on the back and the Montipora in that corner as well. As for the yellow one that I bought, and I did the last update, as you can see, it's gone really yellow now. Starts to settle in, really colouring up nice. And my mate gave me this little yellow one. This one is definitely not a Pikachu, I could tell straight away. However, my mate said that this one is, and I'm gonna edge towards this one. This come off another reefer, and it's got red tips, this, so I'm gonna edge towards that this one is definitely a Pikachu. But like I said, it takes a while for them to settle in, but the good thing is that it's not turned brown or green or anything like that. It stayed yellow, so hopefully this one will stay the way it's gone. But like I said guys, just a quick video, and just showing you what I bought. It's not all roses, things do break, and 3.5 years I think it's not too bad, I suppose, for a pump. I mean, obviously I've heard of ones lasting a lot longer than that, but we'll see. Hopefully, like I said before, the reason I've bought this is I don't need to run it on full power, so hopefully it'll save the motor and the components that are in it as well, from burning out too quick. So that'll be the main thing. Fingers crossed that happens, but only time will tell. But like I said guys, thanks for tuning in, thanks for watching, thanks for your support as well. Leave a comment below, press the like button, and if you're not already subscribed, if you wouldn't mind subscribing, I'd really appreciate it. Like I said, I want to get to 1,000 subscribers this year, fingers crossed, and yeah, hopefully give out more content and more things in the pipeline as well, on the Mogsy's Aquarium channel. So hopefully you have a good week. and I'll see you on the next video. So see you soon, guys, and take care.